Thank you for taking the time to review this presentation, which contains some of the key information that parents need as they prepare their child for transition to the Gryphon school.
To provide you with a bit of variety during this presentation, you'll hear 4 different voices. Myself, Nikki Edwards, Head Teacher, Nikki Dodgson, Assistant Head Teacher, who looks after all the aspects of transition, Jo Miles, who'll be the Head of Year in Year 7 next year, and Shirley Yeo, our Finance and Operations Manager, who has lots of details for you about our online payment system called WisePay, as well as our bus system. Once again, COVID-19 means that transition has been made much more complicated. We hope that this presentation will give you all the basic information that you need, but if you have any concerns at all, please don't hesitate to email us on the email address shown here on this slide. No question is too small. We really want to make sure that you feel confident in the processes that are in place for the transition of your child to our school.
You might remember at our open evening I explained that at the Gryphon school we want our students and our staff to experience life in all its fullness. Exam results are very important, of course, but education should be about so much more than that. We want our students to explore all their gifts and talents. That's why we offer a myriad of opportunities in terms of clubs, trips and visits. We have everything from chess to rugby, from big band to Lego, from school productions to eco clubs. It's all there. Please take a look at our website to see our recent newsletters and lots of examples of the activities our students get involved in.
Pastoral care is hugely important to us. We want to be the big school with the small school feel. Pastoral care is centred around our year groups. Each year group is led by a head of year. For next year, in September, that will be Mr. Miles for Year 7, and the deputy head of year will be Miss Cross. They work really closely with their year team of tutors. Surrounding the team are many layers of support, including our student hub and blue room teams, as well as our SEND staff, counsellors and a myriad of outside agencies. They're all there to work together to support our students in the highs and lows of their teenage years.
We love to celebrate success in all of its forms. Year groups have regular celebratory assemblies, and each year we have our annual prize giving in Sherborne Abbey, where we celebrate academic success as well as personal progress and contribution to our school community. As I mentioned before, we pride ourselves on excellent pastoral care for our students, but we also want to work in partnership with you. If there's anything you need, or if you have any concerns, please do let us know. Being a parent of teenagers is hugely challenging, and it's something for which we're not given any training at all. Remember, you're not alone. We're there every step of the way with you.
There'll be a number of important people in your child's life at the Gryphon. Obviously their head of year, Mr. Miles, will be a key person for them for the next 5 years. However, he'll be supported by Miss Cross, who's deputy head of year, and most importantly your child's tutor. Your tutor will be the first point of contact, and you'll be given a contact card so you have their direct email and also the direct phone number into the school office.
Understandably, people often worry about bullying during transition times. In any school, there will be examples of unkind behaviour, and we are no exception. But what I promise you is that if you let us know if there is an issue, we will sort it out. Sometimes with teenagers, things get quite complicated and it can take a little while to get to the bottom of issues. But our pastoral teams are really used to coping with this, so please never hesitate to let us know if you're worried. Please encourage your son or daughter to choose at least one club or activity to be part of in school. It really does make such a difference. For example, being part of a choir or a school production enables Year 7s to work with year groups right the way up to Year 13. It's a wonderfully enriching experience for everyone and generates memories that last a lifetime.
For this academic year, we put several measures in place to make our site more COVID secure. This included one-way systems, separate areas for year groups at breaks and lunchtimes, and the shorter split lunch system. We anticipate that these measures will still be in place in September 2021. So on this slide you can see the shape of the modified school day. Year 7 students find the transition to secondary timetable very tiring. Please encourage your child to pack their bag with just the things they need for the next day, the night before. Let's think about what the shape of a day might be. On arrival to school, students go straight to lesson 1. That could be maths, which incidentally is the only subject that we set in. Then they might go to PE. After this, break is an important time to refuel. Please make sure your child has plenty of water and healthy snacks with them. Period 3 could be history and period 4 art. Lunch for year 7 is at 1:05, where food can be purchased in school. Tutor time is at 1:35 and will have dedicated activities including a time of quiet reflection or an assembly. Period 5 could be French, and that will be the final lesson before the bell goes at 3:05, and it's home time.
Please aim for 100% attendance. Put in its simplest terms, students who aren't in school don't learn. Those students with poor attendance generally achieve less well and might well miss out on crucial grades, which are vital to their next steps into the sixth form or onto apprenticeships.
There are a number of ways of keeping in contact with the school. As we all know, some students are brilliant at passing on messages and others not quite so good. We'll have a parent intranet which you can access, which will have specific information about the individual year group. Obviously we've got the school Twitter account, we've got the school Facebook page. We'll also send out specific letters on events, meetings and activities. We do try and send out as much as we can by email, obviously to reduce printing out 240 paper letters. So please do make sure that you keep your email address with us up to date. Each year we have a subject-based parents' evening and also a tutor-based parents' evening near the beginning of the year, just when the students are settling in. Alongside this we have 2 reviews and also the school website. But please do email in, contact us if you have any concerns at all. So far during the transition process, I've been liaising with the Year 6 teachers, swapping emails and meeting with them virtually to find out lots of information about the students who are going to join us. We've recently sent out induction packs with all of the information that we'd have passed on during our visits, as well as some extra bits of information like the pictures and messages from the head of year. We're going to continue to send out information to you, including a Year 7 booklet, some summer challenges, and we'll be producing video messages from the pastoral team so that the students can get to know the teachers who they'll be working with. The easiest way to access the school's online facilities is through the intranet. You can access the intranet through the Gryphon web page, as you can see where it is circled in the image on the slide. On the intranet you'll be able to access Assignment Manager, you'll be able to see WisePay and also remote apps which will help students when working at home.
Hello, I'm Shirley Yeo, Finance and Operations Manager at the Gryphon, and I'm here to give you information about travelling to and from school and how WisePay, our parent payment portal, works. Students who live in Dorset within the school's catchment area and who are eligible for free transport to school will travel on one of 8 routes operated by South West Coaches on behalf of the council. Dorset Council will send you details of your child's route during the summer term. A smart bus pass will be issued separately by South West Coaches. This pass will need to be produced to the driver every time your child uses the bus. If your child forgets their pass in the morning, they will be able to board the bus to school, but will need to obtain a temporary pass to travel home. Temporary passes must be returned to the finance office the next day. Please ask your child to take great care of any bus pass issued to them, as replacements cost £20 each. For some students who live in the Milbourne, Port and Henstridge areas of Somerset, Somerset County Council will also provide free transport to the Gryphon. If your child is eligible for this transport, you should have already been told this by Somerset County Council. Letters confirming which route your child will travel on will be sent out by the council during the summer term, and bus passes will be available from the school at the start of the autumn term. For students living in other areas, the Gryphon School contracts transport itself to offer an option for out-of-catchment students to get to school. The cost of an annual bus pass is £950. We offer a 12 monthly instalment plan payable via Wise Pay to help you spread the cost. I will explain more about this later. As the school has to pay for the buses for a whole year, we regret no refunds will be available if your child decides to give up their seat. There will be some slight changes to routes from September, and detailed information about the routes together with the application process can be found on the school's website in the school transport area. Some routes, particularly those from Yeovil, can be very popular. If you are unsure about your child's eligibility to receive free transport to school, please contact either Dorset Council or Somerset County Council, depending on where you live. WisePay is our online payment portal enabling parents to make electronic payments for things such as buses, trips, and to add money to their child's dinner money account. This reduces the need for cash to be brought into school. By now you should have received login details to WisePay, and if you haven't, please email the finance team at the address shown on screen. If you are applying for a paid-for seat on a Gryphon school bus, you will need to make the first payment of £70 by using WisePay. If you would like to take advantage of the monthly instalment option to pay bus fees, please ensure you set up recurring payments when making your first payment. This will help you ensure you don't get behind with payments. To make using WisePay easier, you can download a WisePay app to your phone. To set up the app, you will require the organisation code for the Gryphon School, which is shown on screen. If you have any questions about buses or WisePay, please email the finance team and we will be happy to help you.
We are so pleased that your child is joining us in September. Remember, we're in this together. Let us know if we can do anything to support you. We want your child's experience to be special and for them to have the opportunity to live life in all of its fullness. So as they leave the Gryphon in 2027, they are confident young people ready to take their next steps.
Hello, my name is Joe Miles and I am a computing teacher here at the Gryphon School and a head of year. I'm delighted to say that I will be your child's head of year when they arrive in September this year. Thank you for taking the time to listen to the information in this PowerPoint, and I just wanted to take a few moments of your time to introduce myself. As you can probably tell from the picture on your screen, I've just said goodbye and farewell to my previous year group, so the Year 11s who have just left the Gryphon. It was an interesting day where we reflected on their 5-year journey at the Gryphon School, and I remember doing this very presentation, albeit in person, not virtually, 5 years ago, telling them exactly what my role was and what my thoughts were as they transited from Year 6 to Year 7. This year I took the opportunity to ask the current Year 11s what advice they would give to the incoming Year 7s. And there was lots and lots of lovely messages of positivity and advice and support. And I will be sharing those with the Year 6s over the next few months. But one stood out for me an absolute mile was one young lady had simply written on the paper, "Just be you and do your absolute best at all times." And I thought that was a wonderful sort of summary of how she felt that you had to be when you came up to secondary school, and I absolutely stand by that mantra and always will. Just be you. Come up. It's going to be a somewhat difficult and strange journey. There's lots of differences between primary and secondary school, but I hope over the next few weeks, when I visit the primary schools, when I meet you in person on induction days and mornings, that we will start that journey together positively. And of course, I am here to support parents, carers, and all of the students in any way I possibly can. So please do get in touch if you want to. All the contact details are on the website. I really look forward to starting this 5-year journey with you all. So good luck in the last half term of primary school, and enjoy it. And I will see you all very soon.